Hello every misguided robot. That's right, I have the other revision of it now. I just keep finding these. Anyway, robots aside, welcome to a new series that I'm doing on my channel, called Now Then VTech, What's the Jank? Because as many people may know, VTech went through this odd period in the 2000s where they just tried ideas out, but none of them really took off, and a lot of their toys from this time are just kind of strange. Like, they're not best learning levels of strange, but they're just, to see where VTech is now, they don't even make jank stuff anymore. It's just all pretty much mediocre. You got like the good stuff here and there, but back then you had you had a lot more variety. You had the just uninteresting stuff. You had things like the V-Smile. And then you have a wonderful line that is not a line at all, called Smart Starts, which is where this product comes from. Most things around that time came from this whole Smart Starts line, but nowhere seems to reference that. But there's a thing in the 80s called VTech Smart Start, which is like a laptop thing, which makes it even more confusing to look into. But jank tech aside, you may be wondering, now then VTech, what's the jank? Well, today the jank is the 2003 Touch and Turn tunes. And I do apologize for any background noise outside. People are doing building work, so I can't really do much about that. But yeah, Touch and Turn tunes, here it is. I don't even know how you begin to describe this thing. It's like one of those pop-up toys, but VTech didn't really... Either VTech didn't know how a pop-up toy worked, or VTech thought they were very boring. Because this thing is kind of different in how it works. So let's go over a quick description of the thing. The bottom is completely flat. It takes 2 AA's, like most toys from around this time. You have these 4 characters at the top. They're quite interesting how they work. They're like kind of radio buttons, so once you push one down, it stays down. But when you pop another one, that first one pops up. So kind of cool little mechanism. But in front of each animal, you have a weird little control that we'll get to, such as you have a turning key over here, a joystick that goes up and down. It's really more just a lever that goes up and down, a big old button, and another kind of D-pad looking joystick thing. On the back there is not much. Just looks like that. Again, on the bottom there's not much. You got a switch kind of in the most inopportune place possible, like right on that left side. And then we'll start this thing up, but I won't play with it immediately because this thing, weirdly enough, and I can see why they did it, this thing boots up straight into the music mode, which I kind of want to save for last because the music mode is the most interesting thing about this toy. So we'll power this up. It also has some lights in the middle. And you did hear that correctly. VTech did use the classic startup noise in this toy, and I love that. So it wants us to press an animal to hear some music, but instead I'm going to turn this to get into the first mode. Hear the animals! Here's where I don't like this toy very much. I feel like if it weren't for the music mode, I wouldn't have this. Because this is all literally the modes do. You go, wah. And there you go. It doesn't really do anything else. Apart from these end ones, you can kind of half push them down and they will make weird noises. Oh, there's a way you can... There you go. Just like that's all the way, and then just half. I don't know why it does that. But yeah, this is literally all this mode does. I mean, it's fun. It's definitely interesting. If we move on to the next mode. Gee, I wonder what we'll do in this one.
I'm a purple cow. I'm a yellow dog.
This thing is hard to use when you're kind of stretched over at a weird angle. But yeah, it just tells you what colour the animals are. Are you noticing a pattern here? I can kind of see why this thing didn't sell, because it doesn't really... It's a weird one, and I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a minute.
I'm a red pig.
Boing,
I'm an orange cat.
boing.
I'm a red pig.
So you get the idea on that one. Then you can press this to go into the
Learn about the animals.
animal fact mode, and again you have 4 samples here.
I eat grass. I like bones. I like mud. I eat fish.
Now I'm going to move this back
Hear the music.
and describe how the music mode works. So basically, I think the only reason why those controls exist on the front is for the music mode, because this is one of the only toys I know of that isn't like a toy slash piece of musical equipment that you can kind of mess with the sequences and stuff it uses. Now you don't have that much control over it, but you can like affect the pitch, the tempo. You can hold notes. It's a strange one. So if we start up a song, I'm going to let one play normally, quiet, so that you can actually get to hear what this thing is supposed to sound like. Another thing I really don't like about this toy is the speaker in it. Like, I can just hear that bass coming through, and it's annoying me because I wish I could put a headphone jack in this thing, because the music would sound really good. I don't even know what this uses. Like, I can't tell, honestly, from this time period, if it's PCM or MIDI. I'm thinking MIDI. Okay, so what we're going to do first is start up a song. Wait, like that. And then we are going to turn the key. That one didn't do anything. So now, the pitch has just gone up. If I turn it again, it goes back to normal. Let's turn it back, and then if I go this way, you can change the pitch of it, which I think is kind of cool. Especially because you can, let me bring this a bit closer so I can actually mess with this thing. You can so that's quite fun. The next control is the little toggle lever thing that pops up and down. I'll show you what that does. Oh, not that one, this one. So it speeds up. To be fair, this thing is a very good sensory thing. I like these big controls. So you can now use this in conjunction with that. And it can become hilarious, especially when you get a different song. And Old MacDonald is fun on this thing. This one, look, it goes really fast. Now I can change the pitch at the same time. And then if I hold this, so that's quite fun. I will start another song. What's cool though is I think while you hold this, I think you can... Oh no, it resets, okay. I wonder if you can break this thing actually. Let's see. Oh no, you can't. Okay, cool. It's good to know they didn't let you do that. But now you can also use this in conjunction. If I go really fast. It's almost like they let you circuit bend this thing. And the final control, I have to say, is quite underwhelming. You literally just push it and it adds animal noises. Which you can also do with this up here, with any of these. But I think these... See, now it's mixed the dog into the song. If I speed it up... Oh yeah, it's still there. That is so strange. We'll see what this does now. Because we should get animal noises. It's just the cat. Okay, so maybe it does override. Maybe it does override the thing. So if we do that... Oh, it's too late. Okay. Oh, yeah, you can add the animal sounds in while it's slow. And you can do this. And if you want, you can do this. It's very fun. Like, the controls on it do feel very good. So what happens if we have two animals? Whoa, pitch fluctuated there. Oh, that's nice. I'll do a few final ones. Actually, I'll do it a bit slower. Why is the pitch going strange? That's what I want to know. Oh, this is one of those things as well. If you have one, put it on low batteries and start messing with that compartment, because it does some funny things. That was the video I uploaded called VTech Glitch Insanity, was just this glitching out. I want to show one last thing with this. And yeah, the pitch really is going down. Let me take it back. I'm wondering if you can... No, you cannot. You cannot cut the channels off. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun thing. And then you take this section here, light up, and that's pretty cool. Oh, and whenever a song is not playing, manipulating any of these, we'll just enter their respective modes. And that's pretty much all this thing does. I wanted to start off the Now Then VTech What's the Jank with a relatively simple toy, but I think for this thing's, you know, simplicity, you can't really go wrong with it. And the fact that this as well, one thing I'll get to with VTech around this time is a lot of their toys didn't do what your average toy would. Like, this thing, sure, you could argue that it's based on a pop-up toy, but no other pop-up toys out there have the same mechanisms or let you mess with the music. And in fact, I think this is like VTech's only... Oh no, maybe they did a few. But I'm thinking like the only product where you can actually mess around with the sequences and all that. Because I know some of them you can add animal noises in and make the animal noises play the melody, but you know, I'm surprised that they didn't make this thing do that. Because like what they could have done is moved all the controls of the animal noises to this one over here and just made these, or do what the, I don't know, Animal Quartet piano by Fisher-Price did and have all the animals doing different things. But we say this like we can go back in time and change what VTech did in 2003. I don't know if this has any foreign variants, by the way. I know it has a US. I know it has a US dub, but the US dub is, how do we put it lightly? It sounds like crap. But that's pretty much all I have to say on this thing. It's solid. The plastic is just really, really good. You know, solid plastic. The thing is not going to die anytime soon. Yeah, join us next time on Now Then VTech What's the Jank? Because jank tech is cool, right? And speaking of things that are cool, warp, 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 warp.